Israel Adesanya versus Alex Pereira. In this video, we're going to be taking a look at a deep dive on some of the tactics, some of the best sequences for each fighter, a flow of the fight for each fighter, of how the first fight went, and then you guys know how I like my underdog. We're going to be taking a look at the best sequences and the best strategy, I think, for Adesanya to come away with the victory in this fight. Now, the first thing we're going to take a look at, okay, the defining moments in the fight. Okay, one of the most defining moments at the beginning of the first round comes in with the 1, gets to the line here, snaps into a 2. Beautiful. Finds a way to exit a stepping jab, gets control of Pereira, and again, when he steps with the jab, boom, Pereira has a habit of winding up in this structure here. See how he's trying to be defensive, but he doesn't have his hands up guarding the line. His shoulders are not near here. He's in a front foot footwork structure, okay? Now, this is really important if you guys are interested in learning how power really works. It's all on driving from the ground up, okay, and learning how to sequence your kinetic chain. And the first step is having a correct base, okay? And if you guys want to check out the Fouts Boxing Combat System, I have an entire system to teach the things that Alex Pereira likes to try and do. It's, completely fleshed out, teach you how to get on the line, land your most powerful strike. But not only that, teach you how power really works. So you can generate power like Alex Pereira as well. And not just like Alex Pereira, like Ryan Garcia, like Tank Davis. Teach you not only how to do it, but all the things that they don't know that they're doing on accident as well. Now, Alex Pereira likes to stay in this striking position, right, in this footwork pattern, because it allows him to most easily get to his most common attacks, okay? So when he gets feinted here, he tries not to leave the line too much, and that allows Adesanya, with this type of control, with this position, to snap over the top of his shots, okay? Now, that being one of the most defining punches and one of the most defining timings, beat, gets one control here, and then attacks the position right after. Very, very common pattern for Adesanya in this fight. This one being the most important for Alex Pereira, okay, the most defining move. Okay, he gets on the line with Adesanya here, stepping jab, and now he's on the line, and he's going to throw like a leaping left hook here, okay? And these are arguably the most important sequences that each fighter is trying to accomplish against the other, and patterns, and there's going to be other stuff that goes along with this too, but these are the things that we're going to be kind of looking at, okay? So, to start off the film study, we're going to take a look at, here's some sequences, 1, 2. Now, this is in the second round. This is, again, a very common sequence for Adesanya, a very common pattern, a very common way for him to get control of the line with the stepping jab. Boom. And now, again, look at Poatan's footwork structure, right? Trying to stay close to the ball of the foot on here, keeping this foot planted so he can drive from both feet when he punches. Again, check out the Fouts Boxing Combat System. It'll teach you all about 2-foot punching. But he's trying to stay in a position where he can drive from both feet as often as possible because it allows him to be the most aggressive, the most offensive, and land the most powerful strikes, okay? And as he approaches the line, we can see him getting to this position, right? Taking a step on the left leg here, right? Watch him take a step with the left leg, boom, and Adesanya looks to attack him there, right? Disrupt his footwork pattern, disrupt his ability to be planted so he can't get those strikes off, and then make an attack on him, okay? Now, this is important for a lot of reasons, okay? As we go through the clips, we're going to take a look at a lot of different ways that Adesanya achieves this type of pattern, okay? One, here, feinting low here, okay? Gets a very similar pattern or a similar look from Pereira. As we see, he feints him, and Pereira doesn't break his footwork pattern. He doesn't transfer his weight to the back foot, cross the line, and get his back heel down. He tries to stay on the front foot, on the ball of the front foot, okay? So Adesanya is going to be seeing that. He's going to test him. Boom. Hit him with the jab. He didn't counter the stepping little feint before. Maybe a free jab is open. And then again, when we take a look at Pereira, what position is he in when Adesanya finishes his snap? He's in this position. So Adesanya is going to follow that up. Again, this is deep in round 4. 1, 2. Snapping into the 1, 2 again. When an attack comes and Poatan gets his way to the front foot, he's about to pendulum step. And as he comes down, he's in his front foot footwork pattern. And Adesanya looks to get control of him. Stop him from being able to completely plant himself and get into a striking position. And again, we're going to take a look at what Poatan's striking positions are, what attacks he likes to throw from the front foot. But again, Adesanya is trying to control him there, give him one control and then one attack, because Alex Pereira doesn't respond to being controlled very well. He doesn't have great defensive responsibility. He spends so much time trying to get into a position to strike his opponent. Now, Adesanya did a lot of really great things in his fight, and we're going to talk about some of those things here, right? Doing a great job. He doesn't want to be on the line with Alex. Well, number one, Alex is not necessarily faster than Adesanya, but when he's on the line and when he's planted, he has more snap. He's able to go from his planted position to his striking position much faster than Adesanya, with more power, with more intensity. And that means that Adesanya wants to do this. He wants to be constantly circling and moving and making Alex reset, because Alex does not get planted as fast as Adesanya. And that's where Adesanya can find his speed advantage, is because he can get planted faster, partly because he's not actually trying to land as hard of an attack as Pereira. Okay, so he can do that stuff. He can move, he can circle, and he can keep Alex repositioning his front foot, and again, get Alex following him. Here he is. He's about to take a step on the front foot. As soon as that leg gets to the line, Adesanya's leaving, crossing the line. And then Alex is about to take a step on the front foot here, and now Adesanya pushes him off the line, gives him a little jab. Again, this is one of the strategies that Adesanya needs to take advantage of and needs to do more often. Okay? Look at how relatively low the threshold is for getting control of Alex Pereira. He doesn't have to put himself in very much danger. He can control the line with one little probing shot here. And this is a much better alternative to getting stuck on the ropes. And now he can circle after doing something like that, or reset. He resets here. We're going to see some other ones where he resets off the line. But he can choose what position he engages Alex Pereira better by moving after he probes or moving after he controls there. But this moving around here, keeping Alex Pereira unplanted, is going to be a very, very, very huge part of whether or not Adesanya can be successful in this fight or not. And we're going to take a look at that kind of stuff a little bit later as well. But here, as we watch Alex get to the front foot, boom, he attacks him. Now he's on the back foot. And now as he moves forward, we can see as he gets to the front foot and he starts bringing his weight forward, Adesanya is reading it, and he's able to interact with Alex Pereira. Okay? See the weight coming forward, and as Pereira gets his weight from the back foot to the front foot, he's triggering the, call it Adesanya's spidey sense, right? Adesanya can see the weight coming to the line. He just has to now anticipate what attack it's going to be so he can interact with it correctly, but he knows, he can feel when it's coming, okay? The shoulder feint timing. So he can interact with him, right? And start countering him. He comes to the line, he pulls a little bit, counters him. Now, real quick, we're going to talk a little bit technical real quick. This is something that Poatan is very good at, and he doesn't always counter. But when he does like to counter, he usually comes from the left side of the line to the right side with the hook. Okay, so he likes to counter from the front foot going to the back, but not always from the back foot going to the front, which is really interesting, as we saw him getting hit with those right hands. And sometimes the right hand misses, and he pulls correctly and brings his weight toward the back foot, but he doesn't come back with the right hand counter. In spite of the fact that if you watch him spar, you can see a lot of clips of him doing that. Okay, pulling toward the back foot with the shoulder roll-like motion and then coming back with the right hand. But he elected not to really do that here in this fight, very likely because Adesanya is so fast. Okay, that's very, very likely because Adesanya is able to get to the line. But again, we can continue seeing Poatan coming to the line, back foot, trying to get to the line and interact with Adesanya. Now, Adesanya, instead of slipping, instead of moving, instead of ducking, instead of punching at him, now he controls the line. And this is one of the things that I liked the least about Adesanya's strategy. I think that this is one that he should give up on. He should not do that. We're going to have some more clips to talk about why. But this is one of his weakest, least effective ways to control space. As we can see here, actually, we get to see it right away. He's controlling the space. But he's allowed Alex Pereira to get into his correct footwork structure, get onto the ball of the back foot, get that front foot planted, and now he's here. He's ready to explode. And this is the part in the fight where Alex Pereira is much better than Adesanya. And I don't want to say like much better, but I mean much better. Okay, he's practiced his hardest punches, his 2-foot punches, his snap, much more intensely and rigorously than Adesanya. He hits harder, he's stronger, all that stuff. Check out the Fouts Boxing Combat System. I will teach you how to throw your best, your absolute mechanically hardest punch. And then I will teach you how to improve it better than Alex Pereira. Okay? It's going to take time. You're going to have to train it. You're going to have to work it really hard. But I guarantee results. Okay? You're not going to have to be doing this your whole life since you were 6. You know, you can get incredible striking results in just 6 months. Okay? Now, again, it's a long term, but you will notice immediate benefits, immediate understanding of what's going on with your body mechanics as soon as you learn some of the more nuanced rules of striking. Now, again, Alex Pereira gets to that position. Adesanya trying to control that space, and Alex Pereira snapping on him with a stepping jab here. Now, real quick, this is also the distance at which he can throw that leaping hook. Okay? So if Alex Pereira can touch you with the stepping jab, he can also hit you with the leaping hook. As we can see here, again, they're on the line. Pereira's planted. He's got his correct footwork structure. And Adesanya is going to look to try a catch and counter style motion. But because of the fact that Alex Pereira is able to snap so quickly, right? Adesanya didn't even have an opportunity to really react to that shot. Just like he didn't see that stepping jab coming, even though he had control of the line. And then he didn't have enough time to get away from this little hook thing. It actually doesn't look like Pereira stepped with this hook. It looks like he was just in position, but really smashing Adesanya. And again, this is where Adesanya needs to avoid being, is in a position where Alex Pereira can just explode one time and throw a punch. He needs to keep Alex Pereira coming forward. He needs to keep either, and the leg stuff, even though some of the leg kicks were getting checked. If he starts checking the low leg, he can start kicking him in the quad. But find a way to get weight off of Alex Pereira's front leg, even if it's just the jab, right? Throwing the jab with the circling thing like he does at the beginning of this video here, right? Keep weight off of that front leg so that Alex Pereira can't get toward the front half of his line, stepping jab, or here to where on the left side of the line, control with the right real quick, and then coming in with this hook. Okay, all very, very, very important things for Adesanya. Now, as we move forward, again, taking a look at a little bit of Alex Pereira coming forward, getting control of the line, trying to control with the right hand here. And again, once he gets into this position, right, he's trying to get his front foot planted, his back foot on the ball of the back foot. He's going to try to take this leaping step here with this left hook here, right? Huge amounts of power in that shot. And again, he has to get close enough and planted long enough to be able to throw that shot. But once he has a definite advantage over Adesanya on the line. As we saw, there's nothing coming from Adesanya here, right? He controls the line with the jab would be, and that allows him to get planted and throw this shot, even though Adesanya sees it from a mile away, right? That's what we want from Adesanya, right? Now, again, Adesanya circling, trying to keep the weight off the front foot, controlling when he gets to the front foot, control. Doesn't have to be hard shot, tap, tap, tap. Give a little space. Now, this is where it gets tricky. This is where it gets tricky because Poatan, again, he's trying to get his weight to the front foot here. He's trying to get this ball of this back foot up. But as he moves to that position, he goes from this position, and he can throw the left hook. He can throw the jab, stepping jab. He can throw the right hand. He can also, from this position, as Adesanya controls with the lead hand, he's no longer circling. He's no longer moving. And Alex Pereira can get that front leg planted. Boom, boom. He's snapping him. He's figured out his range, figured out his distance, and now he just goes from this back foot here, boom, boom, snap, immediately into that leg kick. A beautiful shot from him. Now again, Adesanya allowing him to be on that front foot, allowing him to find his range, takes that step forward, big leaping shot again. Very dangerous place for Adesanya to be is where Alex Pereira can hit you by moving and taking only one step, one move, right? Gets on the line, and now he's going to be in his front foot footwork pattern, ball the back foot here, and now he's going to jump from both feet and throw that leaping shot, right? Again, trying to get planted. Now again, Adesanya controlling the space instead of moving off the line and circling here, right? He starts getting planted, allowing Alex Pereira to get a look at the line, and Alex Pereira is going to snap him into a kick, right? Again, very, very dangerous. We just don't really know all the things that Alex Pereira is going to do when he gets to that position, right? As he gets to that position, leaping shot. As he gets to that position, low leg kick. Again, as he gets to that position, I don't want to get copyrighted here, there's so many clips. As he gets to that position, controlling the line. As he's going there, right, he can also snap into the rear kick, right? So many like great tools from Alex Pereira. It puts a lot of pressure on Adesanya if Adesanya sits on the line, okay? If he sits on the line and allows Alex Pereira to find him. Now again, decent move here from Adesanya. Gets on the line, controls him with one shot. Alex Pereira tries to stay in that front foot footwork pattern, right? He's moving back a little bit, but he hasn't transitioned his weight to the back foot. He hasn't changed footwork patterns, and it allows Adesanya to throw that right hand to the body, even though it doesn't really land. It's like a grazing shot. The idea is that he's mitigated enough risk. Again, a very common pattern that had a lot of success for Adesanya there. We're going to be taking a look at some more of those clips too. Coming in, same exact sequence from the round one, and then moves immediately back into it. And again, Alex Pereira is not really a counter puncher, right? He's not really looking to slip counter. He's not really looking to pull counter and do that stuff unless he's already across the line in position to throw his left hook, because his left hook is his best tool there, right? But again, very, very common timing for Adesanya, and we're going to talk again about the implications that has on the fight in a lot of different ways. Alex Pereira getting to the front foot footwork pattern, right? And again, getting planted. Adesanya starts playing hand games with him, touch, touch, and as that timing goes for that touch, he's snapping him with the kick to the body. Again, very, very similar position that he throws all of his attacks from, right? Getting here, and now he can throw the right hand, he can throw the right kick, he can throw the leaping left hook. He has all these attacks, and now, because they're so fast, Adesanya has to react. He has to just, I don't want to say guess, but it puts him in a very difficult position to predict which snapping move Alex Pereira is going to give him, and that means that it's very likely that he's going to get hit. Now again, here's Adesanya circling the cage, right? We're going to talk about this. This is a key part in the fight. Very, very, very important that we pay attention here. Adesanya needs to circle to the left. Okay, if he starts circling to the right, he's moving with this leaping shot. And again, if Alex Pereira can hit you with the stepping jab, he can hit you with the leaping hook. And look at where Adesanya's head is. Does it have anywhere to go here? No. It's very, very, very important that Adesanya tries not to clear this hook like this, because, again, Alex Pereira is way faster on the snap than Adesanya, way sharper, and it showed as he was able to catch him again with this shot here, right? Again, same shot. Again, timing him perfectly, catching him, and this was the shot that really put Izzy in trouble, right? And again, we're going to take a look. We have a lot of clips to go over. Now, some really interesting things, and I think I have another one of these clips we're going to take a look at. This is Adesanya giving him looks, right? Trying to prevent Alex Pereira from getting planted, feeling confident, boom, 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 boom. And see how he throws this shot? And see how most of the positioning is very similar that Alex Pereira is in, where he pulls straight back, doesn't change footwork patterns, but he shoots this punch, and now instead of throwing a 2 after and punching Alex Pereira in the face, which Alex Pereira probably is expecting here. He's expecting Adesanya to take a stand. His back is against the ropes. He's expecting some type of interaction. He just peels off the line, and now he can choose a better opportunity or a better place in the ring to engage with Alex, right? A place where he's not so close to the ropes or so close to the ring. Maybe he can even make it around Alex to get back toward the center, right? But being able to use against this, again, this quick shot, this probing shot, just to control Alex, push him off the line just enough to open enough space that he can get around him, right? That's a much better way to circle to the right here instead of to the left, right? If he wants to get around that left hook. But this is going to be a key strategy for Adesanya. Not staying on the line and just boxing with Pereira and allowing him to be the superior snapper, right? But moving his head, giving him things to think about. Am I going to go left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right? Anyway, some very, very important stuff, okay? Now, again, this is the sequence at the end of the first round, right? controlling Alex Pereira, pushing him into that position, smash, right? Smash with the left hook too. Now, this attack, everyone noticed it was kind of after the bell or whatever. But Alex Pereira is actually landing a punch at the same time. So anybody who had any kind of opinion or any kind of feelings about that, Alex Pereira is punching too. Okay. Now, we have some other interesting ideas to talk about as well. Some very interesting stuff. And what we want to take a look at here is there was a sequence in the last round, right? And I think actually, let's see if that's here. No, that's, what is this, round 3? There's a round 2 clip that we want to find real quick. Maybe I don't even got it open. Ooh, that's a good one right there. All right, let's just go ahead and analyze this one. So earlier, when Adesanya went jab to the body, fake, and then level change, crouch, shot his jab to the head, and then the next sequence he went down, up, and through the 2. He gave him a feint right before, boom, and then now we look at Alex Pereira's position from here. Is he open for a 2 if we snap into a 2 right away? Yeah, he is. He's in a terrible position. He has no control of his weight, yada, yada, yada. And now Adesanya is going to allow him to get to the line, right? Pereira's trying to pendulum and get onto the line, push Izzy back, trying to get him to the ropes or to the ring, right? But he's coming forward, and as he comes forward, front, back, front, right? Penduluming across the line. Adesanya's going to fake him with the leg kick, right? Boom, give him a leg kick, and that distracts him from the idea that he's going to come in, boom, boom, right? Now check this out. He's going to come in, control him with the right leg feint, right? Shoot the jab, and now he's got Alex Pereira so much control. He's feinted him with the jab. He's feinted him with the leg kick. Now he's shown them both, and now he can smash him with the right hand. Using multiple layers of feinting to get onto Alex's line. Multiple layers of control. Feint here, and then strike. And Poatan here has no answer. There's no counter. There's no follow-up from him. He just got completely obliterated on the line. Okay? That actually is my favorite sequence. We're going to be coming back on it a little bit later as I play it. But that sequence in particular is very, very, very important for a lot of reasons. Now, round 5, Adesanya comes out, control with the lead hand, leg kick. This is very, very, very important because remember, jump on the line with the jab, controls Alex, and then Alex is in that frozen state. He's like, what's that? Even though it's bullshit, he's going to do the same thing. And instead of throwing a right hand after, again, Alex doesn't counter those punches. He doesn't do this. He doesn't do that. And he allows Adesanya onto his line with the leg kick. Now, I do realize that this is a checked leg kick, checked-ish, right? It's not a super clean shot. But it's not a shot that cost him anything either. He didn't get countered. He didn't get hurt. And that move allowed him onto the line. Okay, this is very important because it shows that Adesanya can get on the line with the jab and do anything. He doesn't just have to throw a right hand after it, a right hand to the head. He can throw a lot of different punches, okay? Not just a leg kick, but maybe he could throw a body kick. Maybe he could throw a kick to the head. Maybe he could throw a rear hand instead of a jab and then disguise his rear kick. Right? Throw a right hand here, right? Get his weight toward the front foot, and then throw a right leg kick. Or a kick with his leg, a kick with his right leg, right? Control with the right hand, and throw another kick. Okay, there are a lot of different things he can do, but this is a very effective strategy of controlling Pereira with a probe before you get on the line with him, before you attack him, because Adesanya was so good at controlling him and stopping him from keeping the momentum and the pace of his own, that he could get multiple beats of safety on his line. Okay, go ahead and close that line. Now, where is Alex Pereira most dangerous? Well, if he gets on the line with you, here, right, stepping jab. And now he's stepping with this jab, he's connecting, and this was a hard shot. The whole crowd goes, oh! It doesn't look that hard, but Alex Pereira has a knack for getting into a position and then snapping into a shot. And Adesanya's reaction here, not very good. Okay, even though we saw him earlier doing a decent job slipping and doing this and doing that, this is where Pereira is most dangerous. And if he can hit you with the stepping jab, he can hit you with the stepping hook as well, the leaping hook like he's trying to hit him with right here. I can't really tell if he gets him here. Can't really tell if he gets him there too well, but he's trying to get into that same position where you can hit him with the stepping jab and come around with the guard, or come around with the hook instead. It's very similar timing, and again, it makes Alex Pereira very dangerous on the line there too. And those are the places that Pereira is most dangerous. Now, very, very interesting sequence here. Pereira getting on the line, front foot, back foot, front foot, jab. Izzy pulls and comes back with the counter jab, right? Now, Pereira, after he throws a punch, very similar position, similar head position to his when he gets feinted, right? He doesn't have very good defensive responsibility when he's feinted. He doesn't have very good defensive responsibility after he attacks. And usually that's because if he's attacking, people are afraid to fight with him because he's the harder puncher. And usually if you get close to him, he can hit you because he's so much bigger than you. So he doesn't usually, I don't want to say he doesn't have to worry about defense, and he doesn't have to worry about post punches, because people in sparring probably light him up and they find those are the only places they can hit him. But it's just not something that's very common, right? Those are the only holes for him, but he gets to manage some of the space on those holes simply because he's such a huge guy for his division, and he's such a huge puncher. Okay, it gives him so much space. But gets hit with that counter, easy peasy, right? He's going to be coming forward. Now, this is really interesting because there was another sequence, right? Well, I think I have another clip, but he's going to come in with the right leg kick, right? And he comes in with the leg kick, boom. And I don't know if he's timing Adesanya or Adesanya's timing him. Who's going, if Adesanya is... or if Poatan is expecting a leg kick, so he's trying to check a leg kick, if he's expecting a stepping jab, and he's countering it. But I think that taking away Alex Pereira's leg kicks is a very important strategy for Adesanya, even though they may, I don't want to say him, it may cost him, getting kicked in the face to do it, because we don't want that. You lose the fight automatically, you get kicked in the face almost, right? Very high likelihood. But taking away those leg kicks, and he took a leg kick early in the first round from Alex, and then jabbed him, hit him with a hard jab, very good one. I think I have a clip. We're going to be taking a look at it. But here, leg kick, he's hitting him with the rear hand, and it's going to be very, very, very important to make Alex Pereira pay for his leg kicks and pay for those, because those are some of his fastest and sharpest attacks that he can deliver from the most amount of range, right? And it's going to be very important for Adesanya to take those away from him and challenge those positions. But we're going to take a look. There's a lot of clips still to go. This is the good clip. Okay, so this is the one I was just talking about, I think. He's controlling the space, and instead of circling and moving his head and getting off the line, Adesanya is trying to be on the line with Alex Pereira here, and he's like, oh, control? Okay. Leg kick, right? And Alex Pereira, again, from that position, snap right into that kick, right? Control. Oh, you want to play on the line with me, right? Okay. Smack, right? Trying to catch him with the kick again. And again, these are not good sequences for Adesanya. This is not where Adesanya wants to fight, unless he wants to fight for those leg kicks, unless he wants to try to take them away, unless he wants the leg kick to come at him so he can strike him with a real punch. Now, this is the sequence, right? So he's going to come to the body, jab. Look at the very predictable position Alex is in. Terrible, right? Horrible position. We can all see that a right hand goes right over the top of this. But Alex is on the left side of the line right here, which means his left hand can come across with the left hook. And this is very, very, very important, because as he's coming forward, he may be expecting that one, and then now we can see him coming with the left hook and moving his head just off the line. He's able to clip Izzy. And now what's happening, again, Izzy is showing him, one, what did you do off the one? Oh, I can hit you. Oh, you're in a shitty position. Here I come. But Alex is picking up on it. He's been hit by that 1-2 timing a few times, and now he's able to make it across the line with the left hand and try to time him and come back, completely avoiding the right hand from Izzy and catching him with a very good shot. Even if that did not look like a good shot, that was a really good shot from Pereira. So Adesanya is going to also have to trust sometimes that that the 1-2 or the 1-2 variant, right? I want to say 1-2 variant control, right? Just throw something in his general direction. Fake a leg kick, then throw a jab. Fake a jab, throw a right hand. Fake a right hand, throw a left hook. Fake a right hand, throw a high kick with your left leg. Fake a right hand, throw a high kick with your right leg. Throw a left leg, or throw a left hand, right? A feint with the left hand, and then throw a left leg, right? All of these different styles of 1-2s are going to be effective against Alex Pereira if he doesn't know they're coming. But if he lines them up in a session here where he checks the line, boom. And Alex Pereira is like, okay, I think I know what he's trying to set up on the next sequence. Okay, now he's going to move back to the back of the cage. Oh, now he has nowhere else to go. It's now or never. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows that. Everybody knows. Boom. Okay, snap. It's time to snap. Snap. Right? He can time it. Right? And he can figure out what he's trying to do because, again, Adesanya had used this little sequence many, 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 many times. Okay? Now, real quick, that sequence I was talking about earlier, guys, we're going to take a look at it here. So he's sparring with this guy, pushing to the line, boom, boom, boom. Now, he's in this funny position after he punches. He doesn't always reset well. Combination, right? Bop, 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 right hand. Now, here's Alex Pereira coming back with the right hand. Very seldom does he do this move in his fights. I haven't seen him actually do this in his fights. He usually only counters with the left hand, so it's really interesting. But real quick, if you flood the line and throw combinations, okay, that's another thing that may be very effective for Adesanya. I don't want to move on too much, but if Adesanya can get to a position where he can throw a 1, he may be able to throw 2-3-2 and throw a big sequence, a bunch of punches at Alex Pereira. Okay? Now, beautiful, beautiful move here from Adesanya, controlling the line here, faking the leg kick here, coming in with the jab here, not allowing Pereira to get into position. Now, again, Alex Pereira making it to the line, right? And he's going to make it to the line, front foot down, snap into a leg kick. Beautiful, fast, hard to interact with. And now he's allowing Alex to get on the line and get into striking position. And now once Alex is in position to strike, stepping jab, very difficult to deal with. Very, I don't want to say untelegraphed, right? But it's very sharp. It's very fast, high power. And now look at him. Again, he's on the line. He's ready to go from this striking position. Ball the back foot, heel the front foot, strike into the right hand. And it's one snap. And Adesanya can't interact with it well. He can't see it coming. He can't move his weight. Pushes him off the line here. And now again, Adesanya's in, or Alex is in position. Snap. Catches him with a little uppercut. Just tapping him. Squeezing that shot. Easy shot to land, right? I don't want to say easy, right? But he's allowed Alex to get too close to him. Too dangerous. And now he has to create space. Stepping jab allows Pereira to close the distance. And now he's in position. Leaping hook. And once he gets on the line, excuse me, guys, Alex Pereira can keep flooding the line with his attacks and pushing Adesanya around, right? And with these big, full power shots. And we have a couple more clips to look at. Boom. Again, stepping jab to the body. From this position, he could be throwing a leaping hook. Same exact shot. In fact, again, very dangerous. Boom. Very dangerous. Snapping right hand. Snapping left hook to the body. Very, very, very good shot. And again, Alex is so big. He's so fast. His snap is so good. These punches, they come, they're like lightning. Here he is in this position. Snap. Almost no telegraph. The punch is just there. Snap. You have almost no time to react to what Alex is doing. If you're in this position, he's probably just going to hit you. Okay? But again, it takes him a while to get planted enough to be able to land those shots. Now, some very, very interesting things, okay? This is really, really interesting sequence here because here, Alex Pereira is coming forward. Adesanya is trying to control the line. Eats a shot to the body. Again, it's hard to interact with him. Counter, right? Adesanya, or Alex Pereira, was on the left side of the line here. Boom, still came back with the left hook. Good work for him. Now Adesanya is going to eat this shot. Again, the snap from Pereira is just so good. Oh, this is the wrong clip. Anyway, beautiful, beautiful shot from Pereira. In position, snap. He's just too close. He's just too close. And this could be a head kick. It could be anything. And Adesanya can't predict it correctly every time. In fact, a lot of the times when he gets into that position, he predicts them incorrectly. Okay? Now again, if he can hit you with that shot, he can hit you with the leaping hook. Pushing Adesanya here. Adesanya didn't see the right hand coming. Free left hook to the body once he gets to that position. Again, all snap from Pereira. Really, really great work. Again, if he can hit him with the stepping jab, he can hit him with the leaping hook. Okay? Alex Pereira has him in so much trouble. Right hand, leaping hook again. All he has to do is get to that position, right? Snap with the right hand, and again, he's so quick with it. Snap with the leaping hook. Beautiful, beautiful work. And I think I'm missing the clip I was talking about. Oh, no, here it is. Okay. So controlling him. One, shoots the one, follows up with the two. The arm gets kind of in the way. Otherwise, it's decent technique. Alex Pereira gets into position. Real quick, you guys. He gets into position, right? Leaping hook. Again, if he can hit you with the stepping jab, he can hit you with the leaping hook. Now, this is really interesting because sometimes Alex Pereira gets out of position after he throws those shots. His defense is not always that good. However, he's not always necessarily easy to hit after either, after that big, athletic, dangerous move that he made, okay? Now, Adesanya tries to pull counter him, and this is very interesting because on average, I want to say that it's probably not a good idea for him to punch with Pereira, okay? Simply because Pereira avoided all the counter damage there, but this is the cost that Izzy has to pay for attempting that shot. He has to eat a huge knee to the body. And that's something that we really want to avoid, is being close to Pereira, because this is also the position, right, where he can snap with that right hand. Izzy couldn't get away far enough. Now he's going to snap into this kick, right? And Adesanya can't get far enough away from him to get out of snapping range before Pereira can re-snap into something else. Okay? And again, all of that, blah, 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 to get to this part here where Adesanya finds him in the scramble and is able to wrestle him and get him to the ground. And this is ultimately where I think that Adesanya put himself into a position to win the fight. Okay? Because the fourth round was really bad for Pereira. It was really bad for him. He was really tired. He used a lot of energy, and Adesanya dominated that round. Okay? Adesanya barely won the first round, I think. I think he won that round because he hurt Pereira. But it was a close round. No real separation except that he landed that hard shot. Then the second round, I can't remember. I think Alex Pereira may have won that round. Very close round. He landed some good shots, but again, not a lot of separation between them. In this round, we just saw him get hit with some hard shots, and then all of a sudden, in a random scramble, takes Alex Pereira down, wears him out, wins the round, and then comes out to win the next round. Okay, and I think that was off the back from the momentum of this takedown here, getting Pereira down to the ground and really beating him up. And this is what I would say is like the thing that Jon Jones kind of has a little bit over Adesanya, is that a guy who's a really good striker is not always going to be a really good wrestler. Where have we seen that before? Well, Alex Pereira and Israel Adesanya, right? And when Jon Jones, not that he fights people who are better strikers than him, right? Because he's a pretty damn good striker. Even though he's not a hard puncher, his striking theory, spot on. Genius. But he can just take a guy down, like Surreal Gun, and then just choke him out real quick, right? He doesn't have to fight him in his best zone. He can fight him in his zone that he's medium. I don't know how good of a wrestler he is. I have no idea. He's a pretty good wrestler, right? And his opponent is terrible. But he can fight him in that zone and wear them down, and we can see that that has a direct translation to his ability to strike in the subsequent rounds, right? As we saw, Adesanya was able to get Alex Pereira down and win the round, but also help win the subsequent round as well. Okay. Now, a few things to talk about or to think about. Can Izzy use a feint to get Alex Pereira into a position like this, where all his weight is up in the air, and then shoot and get a takedown. And take Alex Pereira down, wear him out, beat him up on the ground with, with how, I'll say his limited wrestling skills versus his opponent's slightly more limited wrestling skills, because he's got Volkanovski in them in camp, right? I think he's a wrestler, right? He's a rugby guy. That's a lot of wrestling. No, he's a striker. I know. But hopefully he's got some good wrestlers and he can figure that stuff out. But I think that ultimately, if Adesanya can take Alex Pereira down, find a way to get him into a position where he can take him down, that's the best. That's one of the best things he can do. Keep him moving, keep him from getting planted, but find a way to get him into a position where the risk of fighting Alex Pereira isn't there, right? Because Alex Pereira is really, really dangerous when you're when you're on the line with him, when you're not on the line with him, when you're really close to him, when you're really far away. He's just really dangerous as long as he can punch or kick you. And even though Adesanya can, for the most part, navigate that well enough to not get knocked out 98% of the time, a broken clock is right twice a day. And eventually, with enough power and enough engagements on the line, Alex Pereira has been able to find Adesanya on the line with enough force to drop him or to hurt him. And Adesanya needs to, when he's boxing and when he's moving, he needs to not get planted on the line with Pereira, not allow him to get planted, but force him to keep doing that thing where he kind of pendulums forward and tries to close the distance with that little awkward shit that he was doing. We could take a look. Did I close that last sequence? Not this one. Where would that one be? Maybe here. So this move, he does this move over and over again. Down, up, pendulum, down, up. And he does a lot of that stuff to get into range. That's not the clip I was looking for. It might be this one. No. But force him to use those moves. Nope. To come forward and continue attacking him when he gets to the front foot. When he does stuff like that. When he comes forward, trying to press forward. And don't allow him to get planted. And that's going to be how Adesanya, I think, has the best chance for victory. Control Pereira. Keep him off the front foot. Make sure he can tell when Pereira is going to be countering those attacks by using those probes. But when he controls Alex Pereira, don't just use that control to attack him. Also use that control to circle around the ropes, to circle around, control, right? See how he uses that probe right here? Bah! When he gets Alex Pereira to move, to flinch, start circling. Keep moving, okay? Don't get stuck on the line where Alex Pereira is going to snap at you. Boom, push him to the back foot. Now circle. Now move. Find a new place in the ring so you don't wind up getting into a position where you have nowhere else to move. You're in position, now you're here stuck, getting snapped on by Alex Pereira, okay? That's exactly what he needs to do. And now, here's the crazy thing is, if he can manage to do that, what is the fight going to look like? What adjustments is Alex Pereira going to make? Okay, what is he going to be able to do to make up for the new game changes of Adesanya? And again, just to list a few things. Number one, don't sit on the line with Alex Pereira. Don't stay in snapping range. Keep circling. Keep moving your head. Keep changing angles. Keep doing stuff. Number two, don't play the lead hand control game. Don't fight hands with Alex Pereira. It's not a game he wants to play anyway. And it only serves to tell you where his leg kicks are going to go. Right? If you get on the line with him, he's going to snap a leg kick on you. Boom. So if you want that game, if you want to play that and you want to counter him, go for it. Play the game. See if you can win it. You might get kicked in the face playing that game, though. Who knows? Better just to move off the line, find a sneaky way to enter it with the probe, and then capitalize on the probe. Capitalize on the probe with a rear hand. Capitalize on the probe with a kick. Capitalize on the probe maybe with a takedown. Okay? Number 3, I don't know if Alex Pereira is going to be too tough to take down in the first or the second round of the fight. Maybe Adesanya has to tire him out before he attempts it. Otherwise, he could risk too many knees to the body or a knee to the head. Something that Alex Pereira is very good at, especially off of a baseline attack, right? So again, make sure that that Adesanya is probing, feinting, controlling the line, because if Alex Pereira decides to move into a counter knee, where he moves off the line with the jab and comes up with a, it looks like a double knee, but he goes right knee, left knee, and then smashes the knee into your face. But he's very good at countering attacks on the line with that move. If Adesanya gets too comfortable exploding out of his jab, he might walk into a knee. So again, use the first move you do to get on the line to probe your opponent, not to smash him. Okay. Again, just a quick thing for Adesanya. Vary the way that he extracts value out of his probes, right? And don't commit to the probes because he may start to get countered by Alex Pereira. And be careful about long sequences with Pereira, right? If you're going to counter him, make sure you can get off the line. You can find a way off the line because if you get stuck on the line, because he does have some moves where you can see the move coming, right, and slip and pull and boom. But if Alex Pereira, gets too close, bodies him, hits him with a knee. I don't think he's a kneeing guy, or not a knee, an elbow, hits him with an elbow. I don't think he's an elbowing guy. He's more of a kneeing guy. But being really too close to Adesanya or Pereira might be a bad thing. Now, interestingly enough, he did do the Muay Thai thing, the Muay Thai clinch, and I didn't see a lot of great work from Alex Pereira from the Muay Thai clinch. So I wonder, because he's a kickboxer, if he has, because I know he practices Muay Thai. He trains in Thailand, his kickboxing, but he may not have a lot of experience with the Muay Thai clinch, and that may be another place where Adesanya can find space to mitigate damage. However, that puts him in the best position to land the left hook. Okay, Alex Pereira, right, the left hook to the body, and that's not a good place for Adesanya to be. So anyway, don't get put against the ropes. Don't get into snapping range of Pereira, because Pereira's a harder puncher. He's faster at snapping. He's more explosive than Adesanya. Don't get into position to fight Pereira's best fight. Stay in position, stay moving, stay circling, stay moving your head from one side of the line to the other, because Pereira only fights out of one position. He only fights out of one position. He doesn't practice other sequences. In theory, he's very limited. However, all the limited things that he does with such snap, such power. He hits so hard that it's very difficult to wear somebody like him down in his weight class and actually wind up hitting him with harder punches than he hits you, right? So he's so good at the things that he does, right? Snapping with those shots, starting and ending his punches, that he makes the floor to being in a fight with him very, very high. You have to be in really good shape. You have to be really fast, and you have to have a decent IQ. Now, that's another place that Adesanya is better than Poatan here, is his IQ is better because he can fight whether he goes first or second, right? He can counter, he can pull. Again, even though I don't think pull counters is a good idea from him, it may be a good way to get the sequence long enough to get Alex Pereira off balance, right? In that sequence where he pulled, came back with a 2-3 or a 3-2, and then Pereira kneed him, and he was able to, and then, hit him again, and then through all the scrambling, finally find an opportunity to get Alex Pereira off balance. Not saying that eating 3 fucking hard shots from Alex Pereira is the best idea to get him on the ground, but it won him the round, right? And again, I don't know if Adesanya can keep it up for 5 rounds, keeping out of snapping range from Pereira, right? Without getting him to the ground, without tiring him out, and allowing him to gain an advantage in the striking realm because of the advantage that he'll have in energy if he can wind up on top. So, yeah, those are my favorite sequences from the fight. Hope you guys enjoyed something. Oh, check out the Fouts Boxing Combat System. Okay, all the things that Alex Pereira is missing, all the ways to cross the line, all the ways to practice power punches, all the ways to defend your line, all the places to move your head when you go to the left, to the right, defensive responsibility, all with drills to teach you the correct habits. Get on the line, land your best punch, get off the line. Okay? Anyway, yeah, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed.